Never not on my grind. New York City time.
Well, Coach, we are in a sweet spot as far as football weather is concerned today in Nashville. Just enough chill in the air for a sweatshirt, light breeze, fall in full swing at Nissan Stadium. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Houston Texans and the Tennessee Titans. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line.
On the ready.
55. Check. 55. Mike. Cut.
Throwing on first down. Erickson. He finds Corey Davis. 14 yards there on the first play from scrimmage.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Now a first carry for Derrick Henry. And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down. Well, no slow start here. A couple nice chunk plays back-to-back.
I love the momentum that they're showing here early because they did it both ways, right? Threw the ball on first down for a nice chunk of yardage. Came right back and ran the ball. Looks like they've got the defense set back on their heels. Let's see if they can keep this moving.
Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Derrick Henry trying to find a lane, but instead he'll get back to the line of scrimmage and no more. The tackle by Robert Quinn. It's rare that a man his size can't at least push forward for a yard, but they stopped him there for nothing.
You're talking about Tiny? You talking about the little guy back there? That monster. Yeah, you're exactly right. And it takes a group effort to get a guy like that down and not let him find some space. The first guy in, he's got to take one for the team, right? Because he's just waiting there and holding on for everyone else to help him out.
Ready.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again, 2nd and 10. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Malik Collins gets him for a loss of 8. What great push up front.
They just gave up a sack there, and if I'm not mistaken, they gave up 4 last week, didn't they?
Yes, and just looking really porous, aren't they?
They really are, and I'm wondering if they're going to have to start thinking about keeping the tight end in, maybe a back, someone to help assist, because right now, their quarterback's been getting hit a lot in the last couple of games.
51 for Mike. Get in the weight room. Get in the weight room.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Erickson. Oh, the pressure too great, and he goes down once more. Noah Spence. He's the one to get him this time, and back-to-back sacks brings up 4th down. He punted 4 times in the loss last week as he gets this one away here. Returnable for Grant. It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Texans will take over with a 1st and 10. Watson will bring up the Texans here, 1st and 10 at their own 21. They'll run for the first time with Johnson. Up past the 25 to the 26, a gain of 5.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down. A very solid gain on that play.
At the 26-yard line.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5.
You ain't got nothing.
Watson now to throw. He's going to float this one deep right side. And nearly an interception here on their opening drive. But instead, third down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. A shotgun snap for Watson. He may try and run for this. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a first down. Deshaun Watson so multi-dimensional, able to scramble for the first.
First down, Texans.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Here we go. Watch the pass. Watch the pass.
They'll run it with Johnson. A timeout here as we got a player shaken up, and that's Johnson who's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Three yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Watson. The catch made by DeAndre Hopkins. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one a gain of 20 and a first down. So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 46. They run with the former Pitt Panther, Quadri Olison. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brandon, all things considered, they have to feel pretty good about getting that type of a gain, considering the blitz that they just had against them.
At the 43-yard line.
The last run got 3. Now here's 2nd and 7.
All day, every day, any day.
Now it's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
Fired that one in there, able to make connection on a nice in route.
With those faster passes when they're going that fast, any hesitation as a quarterback that the deflection, if you miss, might be bigger and lead to an interception?
Yeah, and the deflection works both ways. Maybe a defender gets a hand in the way and it pops in the air, and sometimes you throw it so hard your receiver can't handle it, and he pops it up in the air for the defenders to grab as well.
But a moot point there as they were able to connect. Into the hands of the tight end, this is Jordan Thomas. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 27-yard line. Nice job keeping that opening drive alive, and they're in plus territory, that part of the field where you really want to convert on 3rd down. They did.
Big-time pickup for them, and now I think the aggressive play callers think to themselves, this part of the field, I take my shot at the end zone, because the closer you get to the end zone, the field gets condensed. It makes it a lot tougher to run those routes. You still got a chance to actually run past people right now. Take your shot at the end zone early in the down and distance count.
Michael Kendricks, the linebacker, there to get him down.
2nd and 8 at the Titans' 24-yard line.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Watson. And that one got tipped. Kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
We talk all the time about playmakers on offense, but let's face it, there are plenty of playmakers on defense too. I think we just saw an example of one, didn't we? Not force that incompletion.
Yeah, he's a great corner. They got a couple of them on that side of the football. So the failure to connect on second down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the gun, here's Watson. Open man is QT, complete. And he picks up the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 16. And they just keep marching right along. First down on a pickup of 8 there.
Texans.
Set. Big stop, G. Big stop. Let's go.
From the red zone now, Watson. And the Titan defense steps up here, and down he goes. Jarrell Casey able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Got to give him points for the attempt, but there's just a wave of pressure there. A host of people in the area. Evades a few, but couldn't evade all of them.
After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Here's Watson. It's complete on the bubble screen. That's Grant. And now they're inside the 10 as he's brought down at the 9. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down. Third and 2, Watson. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked by Kevin Byard. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
Brandon, this is why golfers do their best to never count a score in their head before the ball goes in the cup. This looked like a slam dunk for points on this drive, didn't it? Instead, they throw an interception, and they're going to come away empty.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They punted last time they had it. What steps, Charles, do you think they have to take to make sure they don't do that again?
Well, let's just go to the football 101, the trade expression 101. Win first down. Make 5, 6, 7 yards on first down and make it a 2nd and 3, 2nd and manageable. Keep accumulating first downs that way. Keep moving the football. You don't want to get behind the sticks because then the defense has the advantage.
Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. A quick throw here out to Brown. And he's going to be stopped up right at the line of scrimmage. That one good for the completion percentage, but no gain. It'll be 3rd down.
And that's when it's fun to play defense. When you're able to diagnose a play right from the beginning, get all your guys to the football and spill the play, that's when you have a lot of fun playing on that side of the ball.
And the Texans have an extra defender in the secondary now on 3rd down.
Stay with your man. Go.
This is Henry. Big hold of the 30. Derrick Henry all alone. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry, 84 yards, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. So much for just picking up the first down. How about that run all the way on 3rd down into the end zone?
I'd say this was a bonus run because you're right. All you're trying to do is get the first down in that situation. But to top it off with that gigantic sprint and to go all the way, the only thing he's worried about near the end of that run is if someone's going to jump on his back. And I mean Mr. Fatigue. And that's all he was worried about. Well-conditioned, carried it all the way.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And they had a nice little drive going last time. Threw the interception in the red zone. Costly.
Bad enough to throw it anywhere, but that drives coaches insane when they're thinking about, hey, we got a shot at points already. We're already in a spot where you're thinking you got 3 on the board for sure, and to come away with nothing, that's a really tough one for them to swallow.
Yeah, will they make up for it? And this should be the final play before the quarter ends.
Let's make these babies cry all the way back home, yo. Let's make
From the 27, Watson. And he is going to go down. He will be sacked on the final play of this first quarter. After 7-0 on EA Sports. Following the sack, it's now 3rd and long for Watson and the Texans.
Single.
3rd and long, it's Watson. He finds Hopkins complete. They'll wind up with 17 on that one, but they're still a bit short here for 4th.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. He was called on 3 times in the win last week as his first one here's away. And great special teams work here. This is knock it on the door of the 5. They'll spot it at the 6-yard line.
I absolutely love the flexibility of these punters. Their leg drive, able to get it way up in the air, and that allows their punt team to get down there and down it inside the 10 because they've had some time.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. Things progressing to plan so far. Their defense has been solid, and they've got themselves a 7-0 lead after the touchdown the last time they had the ball.
And this is no time to even think about, hey, are we going to milk the clock? Hey, are we just going to do ball control? This is the NFL. 7-0 leads, they don't last very long unless you continue to push the envelope on offense. Partner, he was going through his progressions. Not there, not there. After about the 3rd one, he decided he better pull it down and run for it. And he slides down and avoids the hit for good measure.
down. 60 outlaw.
Record.
Ready.
2nd and 3. Goes underneath for Henry. And he'll get it up a little shy of the 15. They'll spot him down at the 14-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Here we go. 18 Gator.
Here we go.
Back to throw. Erickson. And that's caught by Smith. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets this football out shy of the 30 to the 29. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
First and 10 at the 29-yard line.
Ready. 50. Plant.
Right there in the middle. 55. Come on, D.
Big grip.
On 1st down, Streets. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3.
Well, no matter how they phrase it, staying on schedule, staying ahead of the sticks, whatever you want to call it, 7 yards on 1st down, that fits the bill.
A good run got 7 on 1st. Here's 2nd and 3.
Go.
They'll run it now out of the gun. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a third down. The good run on first down followed up by a not-so-good run on second down.
Now let's find out if they're going to stick with the run here on third down. A lot of people would love to see some play action here. I say go with your best running play over your best blocker.
The Titans on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This time they face a 3rd and 2. From the gun, Erickson. He finds Humphreys. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. That one good for a pickup of 15 for Tennessee.
First and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So a 1st and 10 now in Houston territory at the 48-yard line. Looking to throw. Erickson. He'll take a shot for Davis to the end zone. And that is caught by Davis for a Tennessee touchdown. Corey Davis, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. He put quite a bit of air underneath that touchdown pass. Of course, we knew that he had the strong arm.
That part was easy. You could see that throughout his college career. But what you want to know about a rookie is when the pressure's on, can you throw with touch? He just did right there. And, boy, it was pretty.
Extra point up and good by Suckup. And it's now 14-0. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. On second down now. It's Johnson looking for a cutback lane, but nothing there as he's met at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. The Texans on 3rd down. They've converted 3 out of 5 thus far. This is 3rd and 4. Out of the gun, Watson. Brought in over the middle by Grant. And this effort won't be enough as they rally up to stop him a couple of yards short. They stop him for only 3 that time, and that'll bring up 4th down. The Texans send the punter out as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. He gets this away. It's a good one, drawing toward the sidelines. And this will carry out of bounds. Where are they going to spot it now? At about the 18-yard line, it looks like.
18-yard line.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, they could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
70, Indy. Strong right, strong right, strong right.
Go.
Watch 84, watch 84.
Get it.
On second down, here's Henry. He'll get about 3 as he's taken down at the 23.
And that last carry puts him right at 100 yards for the game. So how has he done it? Because he's been patient, followed his blocks, let everything develop, and then burst through for big gains.
The Titans on third down. They've been good, 3 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6. Back to throw. Erickson. He gets it to Brown. Complete. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a first down.
13 yards on the play. And the Titans first down. 1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. Looking to throw. Erickson. And he'll find Hall. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. So a loss of 5, and it'll be 2nd down.
They completed the screen on the perimeter, but boy, that was textbook defense. Exactly as you're taught to play against a wide receiver screen, and they snuffed it out for a loss of yardage.
So they had the big loss on that first down pass play and facing a 2nd and long. 2nd and 15. But when this ball's tipped and intercepted, Bernardrick McKinney, the linebacker, picks it. And they'll set up shop in enemy territory at the 45-yard line. They've got a pretty comfortable lead right now, but maybe a little too careless with the football that time for the rookie.
I think the key word there is comfortable. And there's 2 schools of thought on it. With that type of a lead, maybe you can take a few more chances because you have a cushion. Others will tell you, don't eat up the cushion with careless play. He'll learn to ride that line as he moves on in his career.
A little jet sweep to start the drive. And some room to maneuver. Now that's one they hate. The ball's got to come all the way back.
So that's an explosive play, a really explosive play that gets wiped out, and they have to start over after the penalty.
They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway.
Oh, yeah, I'm coming.
A first down run not going to get them a whole lot. Maybe a yard. Yeah, it looks like just 1 yard there. So that'll bring up 2nd and 9. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
The 2nd down attempt there knocked down as it leaves the quarterback's hand, and it's incomplete.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync, only way to play good defense.
And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on 3rd down.
You got three down.
To To throw is Watson. Operating from the gun. Flush to his right. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Texans send the punter out as he'll come on to kick this one away. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20. The Titans offense set to begin the drive. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Now 2nd and 7 from the 23.
55. Watch the run, watch the run.
Bravo.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And this one complete to Smith.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
The Texans here on 3rd down, putting an extra defender in the secondary. Operating from the gun, Erickson. A bullet throw, but incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It was way too tight, unable to find anyone open.
Here's Brett Kern now, as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. Here comes Grant on the return. It's a net of 40 there, a punt of 48, and a return of 8. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And you're under a minute to go in the half, a first half that hasn't been particularly kind to you. How do you think they'll play this?
Well, I think the smart approach is to run out the clock, lick your wounds at the half, and see if you can come up with a strategy to play better in the second. But there's also something to challenging your offense right here. You know, hey, guys, you help dig this hole. See if you can get us out of it a little bit before the half runs out. Let's go make some plays.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12. Watson from the gun, he'll throw. And the catch made by Hopkins. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. Now the Texans will burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. On 1st and 10, Watson. Under pressure now, Watson, and down he goes. Now the Texans will use one of their 2 remaining timeouts as the clock will stop with 20 seconds to go in the first half. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. To throw is Watson. Looking left side, and he's got a man. It's Grant. The Texans going to signal for their third and final timeout, as they'll stop it with 13 seconds to play in half number 1. And they'll need to get to the 35 if they want to keep this drive going on third down. From the gun, Watson. There goes a deep ball, end zone. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. So coming on now is the field goal unit. They're going to try for 3, and he'll need all the leg he's got here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. Online, but off the crossbar, no good. A long-range effort denied 3 points at the very end. All things considered, a pretty good kick. Just cruel punishment there to be denied by the crossbar.
If you're going to hit from that distance, sometimes you're going to need a little luck. And unfortunately for him, this time the break goes against him.
So we come upon halftime with our score 14-0. As we'll head down to Orlando, that's where we find our man Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, the Titans hold the lead, and they'll get the football first as the third quarter gets underway. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. They come out here with a 0 on the scoreboard. What was said in that locker room? That's what I want to know.
I would love to have been in there because we often have the feeling that there's a lot of shouting, screaming, people upset. But typically, halftime locker rooms are a lot more clinical than that. And in this case, are they upset that the plays weren't working because of execution, or did they think they were just bad plays to call?
Yeah.
We'll find out pretty quickly here if they feel like they had something going, but they just need to do it a little bit better or not.
We'll find out. Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Here we go.
Watson now to throw. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. A shotgun snap for Watson. And he's got the completion to Hopkins. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 15 yards, the Texans pick up the first down.
And the Texans first down.
Watson now 10 of 16 throwing the football. It's 1st and 10. The first down carry here for Johnson. And they're going to get him behind the line yet again as his nightmare afternoon continues. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
2nd and 11 at the 36-yard line.
Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home.
On 2nd and 11 now. Watson, screen play, Johnson. And that play is blown up, losing yardage back at the 35. It'll be a loss of 1, and it'll be a 3rd and about 13.
Minus that. 19. 55. Here we go, again.
Now Watson, operating from the gun. He can run for it, and he will. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Good coverage downfield led to him taking off, picking up the first down on a 13-yard run.
Texans.
Two first downs have him up near midfield now on 1st and 10. On the toss, here's Johnson. And he's up over midfield and down into Tennessee territory. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Running lanes were at a premium in the first half, but he's able to find some room there, and he's hoping that that's a precursor of a big second half.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. Now it's Watson. It's complete to Hopkins. That catch good for 5. It's 3rd down.
One thing I can say pretty safely, that route is not called if you don't have a guy who can throw the ball and put some mustard on it. Because if you're going to lollipop it in the middle of the field, bad things usually happen. It takes a strong-arm guy who can rifle it in there, and they were able to successfully complete that one.
This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down.
Another timeout.
Here's Watson. He's going to let this go for the end zone. That is caught. Hopkins for the Texans touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 4th touchdown on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. That's a score you felt they had to have here in the 3rd quarter to get back in this game.
And you know that there was an emphasis on their side. Hey, we know this. We know where we are. But sometimes that binds you up so much that you try too hard and you don't get the score. A perfect combination of urgency, yet relaxed enough to get it done.
And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Texans take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Down.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go.
Here we go.
They'll run on 1st down. Streets. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. They keep it on the ground. This time it's Henry. And able to stay on his feet past the 30 to about the 33-yard line. Give him 4 on the carry, and it'll make this a 3rd and about 2.
Makes it 3rd and 2.
Here we go. 60 outlaw. It's going to be a long day. It's going to be a long day. 5.
Again, it's Henry. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. 13 yards is the pickup for Tennessee and a 1st down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. Henry relishing the chance to be the Titans' lead dog. He's in the backfield again on 1st and 10. Gonna give this time to the tailback. 5 yards on the carry. Good pickup on 1st down.
Partner, I think from our experience together, we have learned that most offensive coordinators are going to tell you, if I'm going to run the football on first down, I've got to get at least 4 yards. They got 5 here. They've got to feel pretty good about that one.
Break. 55. Get that quarterback. And all come.
2nd and 5. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
We've seen good cover skills on display throughout this game, really from both teams. And there's another nice example there of them making it difficult to complete a pass.
They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass.
X3, 218, chop it. Go.
Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. 3 yards won't be enough here as that'll bring up 4th down.
Well, this was just simply excellent defense. On this 3rd down, they had to be alert for the possibility of a pass, but that didn't stop them at all from understanding what was going on when they decided to run the football, and they just swarmed and stuffed them for almost no gain.
33 yards is the distance on the punt there, and out will come the offense as they take over. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, and you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Now, they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the 3rd quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop.
After the run, Watson going to throw. He gets it to Thomas. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That one good for 26 and a 1st down.
And there's a completion to the tight end. And look at the size of these players nowadays. At that spot, 6'4", 6'5", and up. A lot of guys used to be basketball players, somehow came back to football. That's really good for the game of football. You're getting better athleticism, great hand-eye coordination, guys who know how to control their bodies when they run their routes.
Now Johnson. And he'll be brought down right at midfield after a gain of only a couple.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the 3rd quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8.
Let's pick it up. It's out of time, guys. Out of time. Let's get up.
From the 50, it's Watson. He'll be taken down at the 48 for a pickup of 2 yards.
The goal of a wide receiver screen is get enough blockers in front to create a wall and let him pick his spot to run the football. How about the defense there, swarming to it and not allowing that to happen? Did not let him get downfield.
Got an extra defensive back out there for the Titans now here for 3rd down. From the gun, here's Watson. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down.
Brandon, I think you understand the type of afternoon this offensive line is having. It is a long one for them. Long for you to spend it with me. Long for them trying to block those guys. They've given up a whole lot of sacks, and the speed and quickness of that defensive line is eating them alive.
So they'll play the field position game here as a very nice punt is going to pin them back.
Yeah, it's almost like watching a game of tennis, or do you prefer ping pong? You know, back and forth like that? But it definitely was excellent, wasn't it?
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
Now a run on first down is not going to get off the ground as they will get him behind the line of scrimmage for a loss of 3.
Well, Brandon, he's had a great day, but sometimes the other guys make a play against you. What's that expression they like to use in the NFL? Those guys get paid too, you know.
Yeah, in college they say, hey, they're on scholarship too. In the NFL, they're getting paid too. With the day he's had, you can have one go in the wrong direction. So now they have to contend with 2nd and 13 after the first down run goes backwards. From deep in their own territory, they look to throw. And that would not to be. It's incomplete. So they couldn't hook up as time has now run out on this third quarter of play. The Titans on third down. They've had good success, 5 for 8 to this point. This is going to be 3rd and 13. On third down, Henry. And he's able to get this one up to the 8-yard line this time. It's a gain of 5 on the play, and it'll bring up a 4th down. A tight game like this, such a tough spot for the offense to be in. Even though they have the lead, Charles, back up so close to their goal line, they got to protect the football.
And that's when you have to take care of your team with play calling as well. Not a lot of misdirection, not a lot of counters, not a lot of plays where you have extra ball handling. Get it right to the hands of your running back, tell him to take care of the ball, and try and move forward.
Set. 19. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Now it's Watson, the bootleg. On the comebacker, complete. That's Grant. 39 yards, the distance covered on the catch and run.
I know we love our jobs, and pretty much any play we see, we're pretty, excited about. But big plays, let's face it, that's what we absolutely live for. How about that one?
That was great, and what our camera missed was the fist pump from the sideline after that catch. They're fired out. That's a big game. So now, following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Now Watson dancing to his left. He'll try and run it. Nice work to get 7 out of that, and it's 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Set. 19. Hey. Let's go.
On 2nd down. It's Johnson, and he gets halfway home from the 4 down to the 2-yard line.
Well, he did get a taste the previous week. He got into the end zone, trying his best to get there in this game. So far, he's been denied.
Set. 19. Check 55 to Mike. In your face. Joker. Let's go.
And he goes backwards on this one, losing yardage to the 7. A 5-yard loss there is going to bring up 4th down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So on 4th down, out trots the kicker in a big spot here. From the left hash, a chip shot here. Fairbairn able to put this one through. And they'll cut the lead back down to 4 now at 14-10. So an interesting call there to take the 3. I mean, I guess they're thinking that their hands were tied, but, fourth quarter, that field goal might not help them that much in the end.
Yeah, eventually they're going to need the touchdown. The thinking must have been they didn't feel confident about picking it up there, hoping maybe on defense they can get better field position, get a turnover, get a better play, and then they'll have a chance to attack the end zone.
Tennessee offense about set and ready to go. They have the lead, obviously, late in the game. I guess the good news for them is if for some reason they would make a mistake, a field goal does the opposition no good.
Everyone loves to have a little bit of a cushion, and that helps you immeasurably. But the bottom line is, do all the things that you're taught in order to close out the game. Don't even let that become an issue.
Yeah, but still a one-possession game. This one not fully over yet. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
First and 10 at the 36-yard line.
This quarterback now 11 of 15 through the air. Here's first and 10.
We got 4. We got 4.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And I think this defense knew what was coming as he is smothered behind the line. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down. Run blitz there defensively, something we might see more of here in the fourth quarter.
I think we'll see a lot of it, and the difference between that and a pass blitz, you're just trying to get to the quarterback. You're trying to scheme someone open who will get to the QB and make sure he gets on the ground. In a run blitz, you're actually trying to cover up gaps, trying to cover up holes so they can't run the football.
Come on, set. 60 or. General West. Snap.
To throw on second down, Erickson. He's going to hit his man out of the backfield, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 16 yards there, a Tennessee first down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's first and 10. They'll run with Henry. And he is tackled inside the 40, not quite to the 35. An 11-yard pickup for the Titans and a first down.
He's still rumbling, isn't he? Still looking fresh in this one despite the heavy workload. But you and I both know, well-conditioned, and he did tell us that he thrives on being at his peak late in ball games.
They keep it with Henry on first down. Taking it right down Broadway. Touchdown, Titans. Derrick Henry with his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the Titans are able to extend their lead. And he certainly played a pivotal role with those 2 TDs and why they're up on the scoreboard right now.
Well, someone's all about winning, aren't they? Because he's not worried about the number. Sure, it's great to have 2 touchdowns. But the bottom line is what he's doing is contributing to their lead. He wants to continue to do so.
Let's go, baby.
The Texans take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time, and they'll be looking for a touchdown.
Look for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for first and 10. Here's Watson. From the gun, he'll throw. He's going to let this one go deep. And almost intercepted. It would have been his second pick of the game. Instead, it'll be second down.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, fourth quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10.
Strip that ball.
Throwing again is Watson. Throwing the out route incomplete. It's Grant. A pickup of 11 and a Texans first down. You cannot write these guys off just yet, not with a quarterback like that under center.
You mean it actually crossed your mind with him running the team that you could actually maybe write this game off?
Not yet.
Not a chance. Not with him. We've seen it too many times.
So operating from Tennessee territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 43. Again, it's Watson going deep for Hopkins. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that 1st down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So 2nd down, still 10 yards to go. Ball on the 43. Watson now. Going to throw again. Now they go screen. It's complete. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that's going to lead to a 3rd and 11.
Check.
Watson looks to throw again. He finds Hopkins complete. And he's taken down inside the 30. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle's made at the Titans' 28. Now, correct me if I'm wrong. Yeah, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
On 1st down, it's Watson. Being chased out left. Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. Jarrell Casey, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Watson. And this is incomplete. The Pro Bowler DeAndre Hopkins, the intended receiver. And that takes us from 2nd to 3rd down.
If you're a defender, one of the fun things about playing zone defenses, especially in today's football, is that it's not as static as it was in the good old days, meaning you just dropped to a point and reacted to the football. Now you end up with a lot of man-to-man principles once you get into your zone defense. In other words, get to your assignment and then locate a guy coming into your area, and then you end up covering him almost man for man. That allows him to make more plays on the football like the one we just saw there.
3rd and long, it's Watson. Johnson's got it complete. And he'll be stopped here well short of the 1st down at the 24-yard line. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a 4th down. And with that last play, he's now up over that 300-yard mark.
And in today's NFL, it almost feels routine. And I hate that when you talk about a 300-yard passing game. To me, 300 yards still signifies excellence, and he's achieved that in this performance.
All right, so they needed 2 scores to get back in the game. The field goal there, maybe not exactly what they wanted, but the necessary first step.
There's still time remaining, and there's enough time to get it done. They've got to get at the least a 3 and out here to get the ball back, preferably a takeaway.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense set to begin the drive. The field goal we just saw has us now at a 1-score game, and on this side of the football, things are getting pretty tenuous, a little stressful.
Blood pressure up a little bit, you think?
I think up a lot of it.
Could you imagine taking the pulse right now? It might be like a jackhammer out there on that side of the ball, but here's what the deal is. I think what we've observed is a team that's been playing not to lose as opposed to playing to win. And they've got to get back to that, and that means opening things up again, being a little more free in what they're trying to get done on offense.
So the Titans in possession of the football here as we get you reset. They've got a second down now as they search for a way to get this one to the finish line. And he'll be upended at the 33 following a gain of 3. And guess what? It brings up third down. And now right out of the 2-minute break, we'll get a timeout used defensively with 1:56 to go. This is a big third down, and you'd have to think we'd see a timeout right away if they can't stop him here. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. Henry fighting for the marker, but I don't think he got there. He did not. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Here's Brett Kern now as he's on for the 5th time here today. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. This is taken at about the 14. Well, he wasn't too far from breaking that. Officially, give him 15. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. The Texans offense ready to go here for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Back to throw. Open man is QT, complete. Just a yard on the catch there. It'll be 2nd and 9. They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Now Watson. Oh, there's that man again. It's complete. The Texans going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as the clock will stop with 45 seconds left to go in the game. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
Coming to you, coming to you.
Now it's Watson. And Thomas has it. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 17 on the pickup there, and the Texans also get a new set of downs. Watson in the offense going to come up 1st and 10. And he's 4 for 4 now, throwing the ball to start the drive. Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete.
Well, he'd been targeted quite a bit on this drive, and finally I think the guys on the defensive side, they said no more. They slapped the double coverage on him, made it very tough for him to get the ball.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10. Watson now to throw. And that's going to be incomplete. 12 seconds left. DeAndre Hopkins once again the intended target. And it's 3rd down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And, oh, a crusher there as it's intercepted. Read it well, and it's picked. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And he will be out of bounds here with zeros on the clock as this ball game is over. Well, we were on hand for a fun and entertaining game here, coming down really to that last play. Great job defensively to get the pick and seal it.
And we know that every play during a game matters. You're never sure which one's going to be one of the key ones. But at the end of the game, when you analyze it, 3, 4, 5 plays are going to be the ones you focus on, and that last play was one of them. The last shot had to take it, and they came up with the interception and sealed their victory.
So for the Titans, they move back over 500 at 3-2 now on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Jaguars will come to town. Meanwhile, for Houston, they drop below 500 to 2-3 with a loss. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. Alongside Charles Davis, we thank our entire crew. I'm Brandon Gaudin. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. I score up in the end zone, do my dance all on a hater. A mover and a shaker, you a novice, I'm a player. I'm from DC, but I'm running through and sacking like a raider. 2 chains on my neck, one for now and one for later. And we don't play fair, baby, we play for keeps. You can pass me up, this is not a bye week. I'm looking for a trophy competition, looking steep. And I'm training, I've been focused, I've been bombing from the deep. I'm like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Move the needle for the city like the championships. All my records go hard, this a champion hit. I've been working for this moment like I've been in the gym. Jumping all over hurdles, I'm evading the pit. Good to hear with anybody, take them, I can shake them. I invite them to the fire, then I bake them, I'ma break them. I'm a Hall of Fame legend, they should go and hang my jersey. Made to put in work, I don't think they really heard me like, move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains. Ain't no stopping me, ain't no topping me, I am up. #1 seed, ain't nobody popping up. Got a squad of gorillas from the jungle suited up. You kicking off against me, hope you ready, get it up. I be booted up, popping out a Sprinter or a truck. Whole team chasing bags while they chasing us. Call an audible, I read the game, I think it's time to switch. You get hit, if I miss, then my teammates got the blitz, yeah. Move the chains, I'm about to make a play. Move the chains, tell them get up out the way. Move the chains, I'm about to win the game. Move the chains, baby, tell them move the chains.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
I just got bags from Prada, rolling up. I'm in a brand new model. It'll be here tomorrow. I don't got fears or problems. Only got real ones round them. Only got. It take a week to count it. Then I'm back up. Name the place and we back up. Running these racks up. 100 meals a week after. Dying from laughter. When they come to handles, never had one. With a bad one. Made a meal today and they my last one.
Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Better kill it and did it again. I'm with the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. I'm moving too wiping it down with the paint hot. Left hand on the wheel. I'm closing the top on the raindrop. I'm keeping the game in the headlock. When throwed and blinded my dreadlock. In the end zone with the mad dot. One phone call, get it dead stop. I feel like I own the season. Say one thing, just give me a reason. Knowing you're mad, I'm undefeated. Top dog, making it even. Oh, I had to get back up. I had to get back up. I can't take no loss. You better call back up. I'm running it down to finish. I don't play, get down to get it. Talk about that, come slide, I'm with it. Better see me now, on God, I'm lit it. I know that you tryna go big. Better run up the cash, you love to spend. Made it, kill it, and did it again. But the intent, no, I'm down to win. I can't feel bad about it. I know you sad about it. Know you sad about it. Know you sad about it.
Not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. We ain't gon' run, no, we don't hide. I can never switch, not a day in my life. Knows my dogs, stay by my side. Yeah, we gon' ride till we die, die, die. This ain't nothing for the pack. Got 16 sitting in the lap. Whole squad all dressing all black. Every single last one of them got my back. Hey, 20 of us, that's 20 goons. And ice cream whip, triple scoop. I got 3 strikes, ain't got to lose. When it's all on the line, what you gonna do? Come on, I'm highly favored. Don't wanna blame me, no conversation. Ain't got time for no debating. It's for the taking, no hesitation. Don't try my patience. I'ma pour out one for the set, boy, till there's nothing left. On a run to the bread until we all got them baguettes. Hear them footsteps coming, cause we coming for the check.